Welcome to pmplounge.com. We have been discussing the project selection methods, techniques, and the project selection concepts, and we have individually kind of discussed all of these earlier. But today we are taking an overview of all these concepts in the same video so that this video is the one which is most handy to you and which deals with only the stuff that you need to answer certain questions in the exam. So today in this video, we are going to go over all the project selection methods, or you may call them concepts, or you may call them techniques, all of them in the same video. And do watch this video before you go and write the exam at least once if you're not clear with all these project selection methods, because you can expect at least one or two questions in the exam which are going to be fairly simple, and we have covered questions, sample exam questions as well in our previous individual videos of these concepts. So go over there and kind of check out those questions as well. So do check out this video before you go to the exam, and you can expect simpler questions on project selection methods in the exam, and it'll be easier for you to answer those questions and score handy marks. So let's get started. First up, why is this important? Well, you can expect a question or two from these concepts in the exam. Like I said in the previous slide, also, you will definitely get one or two questions from these concepts, the one that we are discussing in this video, in the exam. And like I mentioned before, we have covered these concepts in more details in the individual videos for these concepts, and I'll link to the entire playlist in the description so you can go over there and kind of check those videos out. So the PMP is not a test of accounting or finance, that is for sure. PMP is a test of project management concepts, not accounting or finance. But project managers today are expected to speak and understand financial language so that they can work with higher management and speak in the terms of dollars, speak in the terms of organization benefits, and speak in the terms of vision of the organization, right? So that is why the understanding of these concepts is extremely important. And finally, these concepts are also important in your non-professional real world life as well. So keep aside your job, keep aside your project management in your real life. Also, these concepts are definitely going to help you and make and enable you to make wiser financial decisions. All right, let's move on. So the first in the list is net present value, and quickly, we are not touching any definitions of any of these concepts in the video. We are only going over what is better. NPV, higher the better. Higher the value of net present value, that is the better for the organization. If NPV is greater than zero, that means the project is profitable. If NPV is equals to zero, which means the project will break even. And if NPV is less than the zero, then that means the project will lose money. So obviously, higher the value of NPV, the better it is financially for the organization. Payback period. Now, payback period, shorter the better. Payback is obviously the period in which you can expect the payback from the project. The money that you are investing in the project, you can expect the money to get back to you. That is the payback period. The shorter that period it is, the better it is for the organization. ROI, or return on investment, the higher the better. Obviously, if you're investing $10 in two projects, one project give you $11, the other project gives you better $12. Obviously, the project that gives you $12 investment return is the better project. So higher the ROI, the better it is for the organization. Opportunity cost. So it is the highest value of the project not being selected. There is no calculation required in calculating opportunity cost. You will not be asked to calculate opportunity cost. There is no calculation for it. The only thing you need to select in the opportunity cost question is the highest value of the project which is not being selected. And like I mentioned earlier as well, we have individual videos on all these concepts that I am discussing right now. So you can go over and you can go over the individual videos as well. The link to the entire playlist will be in the description. You can go over if you want to learn more about opportunity cost, if you want to learn more about any of the other concepts that we have already discussed or the ones that we are going to discuss. If you want to have more detailed understanding of these concepts, you can go over those videos. And we have also covered sample question for each of these concepts. So that was opportunity cost for you. Let's move on. Benefit cost ratio, also known as BCR, the larger this ratio is, the better it is for the organization. So BCR, if it is greater than 1, that means the project is profitable, and the higher the BCR, the better. So we already discussed this. The larger the BCR, the better it is. If it is greater than 1, the project is profitable. If BCR is equals to 1, the project will break even. That means whatever you put in financially in the project, you will get equal amount back. If BCR is less than 1, that means the project will cause the organization to lose money and is generally considered as not a good investment. Now, I hope you are kind of following why these concepts are important, right? Imagine yourself as a PMP certified project manager sitting in a high level meeting where the higher management is discussing 3 projects and they are displaying the BCR values, the return on investment, the payback period values for all 3 projects. And due to a constraint of resources, be it dollars, be it workforce, be it time, right? The higher management wants to kind of select one of those 2 or 3 projects that are being discussed. If you understand what BCR is, if you understand the larger the BCR, the better it is. If you understand the shorter the payback period, the better it is. You will be able to kind of provide your inputs in that meeting, and you'll be able to put across your point forward as well. So that was BCR for you. Let's move on. Internal rate of return, also known as IRR, the larger this value is, the better it is for the organization. That is all that you need to know. The larger the value of IRR, the better it is for the organization. Now, this is the conclusion. Higher the better. In the first column to your left, the higher the better, you can see net present value, which is our NPV, return on investment, which is ROI, benefit cost ratio, which is BCR, internal rate of return, which is IRR. The higher these values, the better it is for the organization. Lower the better, the payback period. Only one, the payback period, the lesser it is, the better it is for the organization. Now, this particular slide, this particular conclusion slide can be a really good addition to your, when you go to your PMP, right, to your brain dump, right, when you go for your PMP exam and you prepare a brain dump, the items that you want to jot down as soon as you get the answer sheet, right, the rough sheet. So that is known as brain dump. We have covered brain dump in details earlier as well, and I'll link to the videos pertaining to brain dump in the description, so you can kind of go over. We have discussed what all needs to go into your brain dump. This is something, if you can learn, if you understand these concepts better, if you don't feel like you need to jot these down as part of your brain dump, that's fine. But if you want to add something to your brain dump uh, pertaining to the project selection methods, concepts, and techniques, obviously this is the slide that you're looking for. You can simply note down the 4 items which are higher, it is better for the organization, and the 1 item which, if it is lower, it is better for the organization. And that is all that we had in this video. Hope you liked it. Hope you had a better clarity of all the project selection methods, techniques, and concepts. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, youtube.com/PMP Lounge. And check us out on our social media, facebook.com/PMP Lounge and twitter.com/PMP Lounge. And as always, do check out the website, pmplounge.com, your number one free resource for PMP certification as well as project management industry information. Thank you.